VDM, some call him scammer, some call him a blackmailer, and to the majority of, especially youth, they see him as a human rights activist. How do you describe VDM?
Yes, I think we know thousands, we want more on thousands of VDM, Martin Jose from Benin. That's what they call him, but he's also known as very dark man. You know, to an extent, I think he has been able to be outstanding in trying to carve an inch for himself, trying to pick up those pieces of menace of the society, viruses that happens in the society as a result of leadership failure and the oppression and suppression by the leaders themselves, against the citizens that voted them to power, and the continuous alluta continua of our stolen mandate, resources, money, corruption, everything about Nigeria has been always upside down. It becomes relevant that to an extent that the leaders themselves, including the army, the political class, and the police has already been compromised, The battle was thrown now to the masses of Nigeria to defend themselves and raise a voice for themselves, or else they end up in the pit. That is what triggered the likes of VeryDarkMan. I can put it that way. And instead of what it is now, trending all over the world, talking about over 2 million man march for VeryDarkMan, and over 200,000 Nigerians have withdrawn their money from a GTB bank. And from what we are hearing too, if it is true that VeryDarkMan was shot during the process of commando-like arrest, sponsored and powered by the Nigerian government and the EFCC agency, then the end of GTB Bank has come to Nigeria. As I'm talking to you now, Nigerians will shut down completely anything that has to do with GTB Bank, because when they are busy looting all the resources, all their money from one place to another, from one location, they use these commercial banks to loot the money.
Yes.
That's the fact, So an ordinary citizen who struggle to earn 1 naira, you still deprive him of access to his money. That cannot happen in Nigeria. We are not in support of that, and we can never support it. And that is why you are seeing the mammoth crowd, the overwhelming, the wider crowd, against the arrest of VeryDarkMan. In solidarity, everywhere there's protests everywhere all over the world. And from today henceforth, we are demanding that we want to see where they kept VeryDarkMan. If VeryDarkMan is shot, if he has received any bullet, if he's under any stress, if he's under any bullet wound, we want to know. Nigeria should demand to see physically VeryDarkMan, because this is Nigeria. But Nigeria never happened to Nigerians who are claiming they are Nigerian.
Amen.
That is the fact.
That has been my surprise. That okay, if you arrest somebody, why deny people's access?
No, they're hiding, because from what we are hearing, it's like they will say accidental discharge or whatever. VeryDarkMan was shot. We have not confirmed that story, but what we are saying is, at this point in time, let it not be true as being reported, making up, because when you say he did not commit any offense, he was not a drug addict, he did not use any gun, nothing was found in criminal was found around him, he only said, oh God, GTB bank, why wanna go to deduct my money? And EFCC, how did it become the work of EFCC? Those stretch hands behind EFCC might have given an instruction to anybody to do whatever they feel like doing, and they say heaven will not fall, like they did to Yusuf Muhammad, that triggered Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria. We not have Nigerian police killed down Muhammad Yusuf at that time. Somebody that was going to court, all of a sudden he was killed.
He was killed.
That's what I say, that Nigeria never happened to you, that is claiming say you be Nigeria. And that is why you are seeing the massive rise and support in solidarity of VeryDarkMan. I am not a fan of VeryDarkMan, but in this one, they got it actually wrong.
Like this is how revolution started in some places. Very little things, like the inflation in the price of bread, like somebody just come out, burn himself in the presence of the war, and revolution started from there. Do you see this thing that it can degenerate to revolution?
But the thing has just gone like a wildfire, all over the world. Already, currently now, over 10 million people are marching from different parts of the world for VeryDarkMan, and we can see the GTB bank has collapsed currently now, as more people are beginning to withdraw their money. As I tell you now, over 200,000 people has withdrawn their money from GTB bank, and if care is not taken, the bank might collapse before the end of the week. Yes, because in solidarity of what over 200 million Nigerians are passing through in the hands of different banks. Not only that one. Look at look at what Shehu Kuti was talking about. Look at what happened to her sister. Even though I'm not a fan of that Shehu Kuti, because sometimes I look at him as a very biased and tribalistic person. You know, but on this issue of VeryDarkMan, I think I want to align with him in that regard. I listened to him, and he made some important statement. You know, I look at Davido too. You know, a lot of big boys, a lot of big stars, most of them, all of them. You know, a lot of Nigerians are calling, and to an extent that Donald Trump also demanded for his immediate release, has been stated that Donald Trump also tweeted. You know, the Chinese government are also tweeting, you know, because to an extent, there are certain things these people have done in the past that might not be on the public knowledge. You know, for example, you know, you keep on doing something, you don't know somebody is watching you. You keep on doing something. Just be positive, you know, never be negative, be optimistic, be real. Say the truth, say the fact, and now you can see the overwhelming solidarity that is coming for Martins Osei, popularly known as VeryDarkMan.
Let's talk about the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Does it sound like with this case of VDM, because this is how everybody rise up for abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you see any relationship in the
of course, you don't know what breed anything we are seeing today. The revolution that is going on, even the Sahel revolution, where we are seeing Ibrahim Traore and the rest of them trying to, you know, get to the level where we are campaigning or we are struggling for decolonization. Then why will a black man to be colonizing a fellow black man at the 21st century? And you are telling us that we are Mugu because you have police, you have army. That is not correct. You know, we know that most of these things we are hearing today, that somebody stood up and challenged it. And I can give it to Fela and Nicola Pakuti. You know, the second person I can give it to is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Fela, you know, if you look at Fela, Fela was a hardcore. If you look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lately, you know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is leading the Gen Z generation of the black community all over Africa. That's what it means, you know. And you can see that activism, part, you know, is coming from some Nigerians like Sowore and some of them who are standing up for some, I don't know how to put it, failure of leadership in a dark nation called Nigeria. You know, because what the Nigerian politicians are playing is dark politics, and Nigerians are saying no to it, and they're saying no to it. Then when they said no, because they have stolen all the resources that would have transformed our life, and they want to use it against us, they bring the police, they bring the army, they bring the EFCC. They are even using bank
yes
to suppress and oppress Nigerians. I wish that we can understand that at this point in time, what will trigger revolution comes from one man, and what will change a system come from one man.
So some people are of the opinion that why arresting VDM? Why you can invite him? Has he been invited and he denied and he refused to come? Why arresting him? Then why EFCC? Because with all the case they have against VDM, there is no case of maybe embezzlement or money to something. It's just about maybe cyber bully or something. A minor case.
People supposed to say that the EFCC is supposed to have gone to arrest the MD of GTB Bank, you know, instead of
thank you,
VeryDarkMan. You understand that GTB Bank MD supposed to be arrested, the Minister of Finance supposed to be arrested. Then, but it tells you that Nigeria does not have a law of their own. Nigeria is built on corruption, and with the corruption, Nigeria has become corruption, and corruption has become Nigeria. So there's no how you can operate in Nigeria without being corrupt. That is the message the leaders are passing to us. You understand? Imagine you went to a bank that's supposed to protect a commercial bank, not even a central bank.
Not central bank.
You understand? And they called operatives, and they are aware, and they put you in a situation that you are not supposed to, because you never committed any crime. You know, so it tells you that what is circulating within the system now, currently, now that Tinubu is becoming a tyrant, Tinubu is becoming a threat to Nigerians, Tinubu is becoming something else to the system that supposedly, whether he win or not win, brought him to power. But if I were in that position, I would have been able to see, move on the side of the people. But it's not everything about Nigeria is taxed. Look at the way bank is even taxing Nigerians. Currently now, they make small tax, they collect all your money. They do all manner of things. The taxation, everything is just upside down. And when you stand up and say, what is happening? They use EFCC and whatever they have, against you, and they said you do not have right to say anything. Okay, change can come violently, and change can be obtained by force.
In conclusion, what do you have for other human rights activists and people that want to come out to fight for people's rights? If they are continuing to try to be gagging them now, we can remember how the music of Idris Abdul Karim was shut down. We can remember how many times Owore has been arrested, and this one now, VDM. What do you have to for the people that want to be fighting for people's rights?
Said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a terrible president.
That one too was almost gagged.
So that was where the anger started, and the issue of kidnapping of the last president, 100 million, another one. The issue of, so the Tinubu's image in Nigeria has been bastardized. His image has become a threat. It's just like when you mention Tinubu, it's not far from Fulani, because what comes into your mind is economic terror, political terror, threat,
society terror.
I'm telling you, that's what comes into your mind. So people cannot rise up to express, to call government attention on where they feel that government need to look into and change some of their policy, or even amend it the way it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, they don't do it. So it can trigger revolution. I can tell you, and that currently now, thank God for social media, thousands, they are scared. The system is scared of the social media and what they can use the social media to achieve. Trust Nigerians. The mobilization is overwhelming. The mobilization is awesome, and the movement it can trigger to another movement because like they warned, any movement that will be like ESAs will overthrow every system, and we, the Gen Zs, will take over Nigeria.
No wonder Sultan of Sokoto described social media as a terrorist, because he's a terrorist.
Yes, because he has over 22 oil wells he needed to protect. That's the interest. There's no Hausa Fulani governor in the 19 states of the north, so they are also making sure that these things don't get exposed, and that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after 10 years of Buhari criminality, we discovered just recently that he has nothing in his hand.
Thank you very much.